Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. It is 9 o'clock here tonight on July the 2nd, Wednesday night, time for the First Alert Weather Show at 9 p.m. I'm glad you're here and encourage you to participate. You can question in or comment on the 14 News Facebook page there in the comments. I'm looking at those and we'll answer any questions that you bring if I can. And otherwise, hope you enjoy the stream show here. We do this every night at 9 o'clock just to give you a little more weather, maybe at a little more convenient time and, a little more detail too. Can't lose, right? First off, we can't lose the heat. It's coming back. Of course, it is July. It's supposed to be hot and humid. We will string along our low humidity weather one more day here overnight tonight. And then tomorrow it'll start to kind of moisten up a little bit out there. Temperatures will climb into the lower 90s. And it looks like our 4th of July will be hot, humid, 93, and heat index up into the upper 90s. So nothing earth-shattering here, certainly nothing we haven't already experienced before. And you see at least through the weekend we remain above normal, not only here but across the Midwest. If you're traveling, if you're camping, going anywhere here within a day's drive, you're going to have basically the same weather conditions regardless of where you go. Our peak heat index forecast will climb into the triple digits on Saturday, but that's even that small potatoes here. We're looking at 101 versus like 109 that we had last week. Looking ahead here, no risk for thunderstorms through Friday, and I really doubt we will see anything over the weekend. It's going to take a cold front and a lot more moisture in here to really generate any credible chance for rain. Therefore, basically the same kind of weather we had today, just a little more humid as each day goes by. Our potential rainfall, and this would be from now until next Wednesday over the 7 days, showing about 0.3 across the region. And what this tells us is we're probably looking at some isolated or scattered thunderstorms early next week, and that's about it. The eastern half of the country enjoying one more moderated day here in the 80s. Nobody really flipping their lid yet here temperature-wise, although Denver's at 90 right now. 95 at Phoenix. Of course, it's, the sun's still out there, but we will hang on to our temperate conditions overnight tonight. Around the tri-state right now, we're showing upper 70s and lower 80s for the most part. In fact, 80 at Owensboro, Evansville. Those are the warmest temps on the board right now. Lawrenceville is at 80 as well up there in Lawrence County. And the feels like temperatures pretty close to the advertised actual temp. We did hit 90 today, which is 2 degrees higher than the norm, and we dropped to 68, which is normal. It's actually the coolest morning we've had in the last 11 days, so not quite 2 weeks, but it's been a while since we've had a little, kinder, gentler sort of wake-up call there. Pair of 90s, no rain today to go with ours, and that means for the month we're still, in striking range of normal there, about 400ths behind. For the year, we are still at a big surplus. And for tomorrow, we're expecting more heat and a little more humidity to start to bubble up from the Gulf. We have some showers and storms actually down here over northern Florida, and this area is being monitored in the northeast Gulf and the Atlantic here off of Savannah and down to Jacksonville for possible tropical development maybe this weekend or early next week. Not a huge chance, and more likely we will just get a lot of heavy rain down there, whether or not a tropical system forms, tropical depression. The hour by hour for really all the Midwest here looking pretty tame. So like I said, if you're driving anywhere, a day's drive, I don't know how far you consider to be a day's drive. I've driven from here all the way to there in a day. It's a long day, about a 15-hour drive, but if you're more reasonable with your driving, say you're going out 6 hours, the weather looks really good for the weekend. A lot of camping opportunities, ball games, stuff like that, kind of hanging in the balance. All will be fine through the weekend. By Sunday, a little different story. We have a cold front coming in, and that may trigger some showers and storms to the north in Illinois, from Chicago back to the Quad Cities and Quincy. And then by Monday, that chance for showers and storms may land on our doorstep. It's one of a couple shots of rain that we may see next week, the other occurring later in the week, Wednesday, Thursday. 69 tonight with light wind, if any, and very clear. Tomorrow we get up to 91 and sunny skies again, so very pretty out there. And then over the next 7 days, you see those bigger numbers starting to roll out here, followed by a return of showers and thunderstorms next week, and slightly cooler temperatures there, dropping back into the upper 80s. Long-range temperature outlook, we will see near normal temperatures through the 12th there, through the middle of July, and near or slightly above normal rainfall. Our pet pick tonight from 14news.com. There you can submit your pet picks. We actually have a pet project they're doing now. You need to check that out on our webpage. This comes from Lauren Bowling, and this is Rosie sporting a dandelion there on her head. So bless her heart, enjoying a little coolness out there in the yard. All right, let's see your questions here this evening. All right, Jeff Miller, our stalwart Jeff Miller. I'm going to be in Mount Vernon tomorrow. We're shooting a little thing there at the Alexandrian Library. So I know I won't see you at the library. You're going to be out in Saval. But anyway, I will be in hallowed ground there in Posey County near Jeff Miller's pool and whatnot. Let's see. Paula Schaefer, good evening. Hey, Paula, how are you doing? Donna Zahner's on tonight. Hey, Donna. Glad to have you watching us. Chris Baxton, evening, where and when is the rain coming? Not till early next week, I think, best chance. Lacey Martin, we need lightning detection on the 14First Alert weather app. I agree. I'd love to have it on there. Unfortunately, I don't get to, I'm not the developer nor the company, so I don't get to choose. We have elevated a number of requests that you all have shared with us and ways we'd like for that app to work and behave. And hopefully in future releases, we will see that for you. Okay, but good idea. There are paid apps that give you lightning detection. Radar Scope is one. It's the paid app that I would recommend. But again, I'm not here to shill for anybody's app. I'm just telling you that this is the one I use. It has all the radar data information and lightning detection on it. It's not a dedicated lightning detector, but lightning strikes will show up on it. Let's see, weather with Sim here. Any concerns for strong storms to start next week? You know, when the temperature is this warm, it's always in the back of our mind, but we would need some shear and a hefty amount of lift in order to really get things going. So, you know, if these cold fronts outperform, then sure, it's possible. But as I mentioned, maybe I said it yesterday, July tends to be a real sleepy month. We'll get the occasional thunderstorm. We can have severe weather, but it's not as common typically in July as it is, you know, in the spring months and early June. Last year was an anomaly. We had those tornadoes on the 10th of, I got to get that date right. It was either the 9th or 10th of July. Let me look here real quick. I correlate it with, yes, that was the 9th. The 9th. Here's why the confusion. Michael Fecka started here on the 10th, but we had him come in on the 9th to observe our tornado coverage. And so forever I've had the 10th and 9th that, you know, can't keep the two straight, but it was the 9th. Anyway, 7 tornadoes on that day, so definitely unprecedented, certainly for July. It was a record number and the strongest ever recorded in July, an F3 and EF3 in Mount Vernon. So to answer your question, you know, it's never out of the possibility, but the likelihood is pretty slim that we would see widespread severe. This is derecho season a little farther north where you get these long, you know, long-tracked windstorms, typically more northern Indiana and Illinois. Okay, let's see. Paula Schaefer, she says she's good. How about me? Well, I think I'm okay. Do I look okay? Is there something I need to know? Mowed the grass today. I feel a little bit better for having done that, you know, being productive and all. Let's see, Lacey Martin. So if a tornado warning is issued, the 14First Alert app will say a tornado warning has been issued for your location. This is true, and that's my voice on there. That's how it's supposed to operate. And to make sure that you understand the limitations and features on the app as it stands now. If your phone is within the warning polygon, you know how when there's a tornado warning, the Weather Service draws a polygon, a shape on the map where the tornado warning is. Your phone has to be in that area, that geo-fenced area, in order for it to give you that alert. Also, I've noticed that the EAS tones will sound if a tornado warning is issued for your location, by the same reason too. If you're in the geo-fenced area, you'll get that screechy, awful tone. Okay. Jeff Miller uses lightning alarm app. It's free. Okay. Oh, see, now we're crowdsourcing there. All right. I hope whoever saw that, who was asking about the lightning there, I think that was Lacey. So check that out. Jeanette Rice mowing tomorrow evening. Yeah, evening is probably better. Let's see. I don't think we had any other questions in here. All righty. Well, we'll move on over here to do a quick Science Corner, Astronomy Corner tomorrow night and the 4th. You'll be able to see Mercury. Mercury always kind of gets lost in the shuffle. You know, it's the closest planet, small, kind of hard to see up there. But as the sky goes dark, again tomorrow night and Friday night, Mercury will become visible. It'll be a little brighter than most stars over there. Now, the sun sets at 8:16, so you're going to have to peek over there. This will be to the west right after, about 8:16 to 8:30 or so, and you should be able to see Mercury. And even at its greatest elongation, Mercury sticks pretty close to the sun. Now, you won't have much time before it dips below the horizon. Mercury also the closest planet to the sun. Remember that? My very educated mother just served us 9 Ps. Did you ever learn that one for your planets? It works, you know. So you have Mercury, right, and then you have Venus, Earth, E, and then Mars, my mother, right, Mars, and then Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. All right. I think Mercury just went down back there. They may be getting the hook for me here. Let's see. Lacey Martin uses the weather radio, so you listen to KIG 76, which is the Evansville transmitter that relays the information there from the National Weather Service. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming out here this evening for the First Alert Weather Show at 9. I'll see you on 14 News at 10. And then, of course, I'll be back in here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. In the meantime, you stay safe, and thanks for watching.